Hey guys, it's Dark Architect 18 back here with another YouTube video, and today we are doing the Pozharsky video. So before I get into that, I just want to say I do ship reviews, Death Strike videos, and much more. So before I start, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you like the content and want to support the channel, hit that notification bell to stay tuned to my videos, and consider becoming a tier 1, 2, or 3 member. Greatly be appreciated if you do that. Not no worries. But now it's time to get to it. So we're going to break down the commander, the modifications, the skills, the stats for the Pozharsky, and then my gameplay for the actual Pozharsky. And yeah, we'll get to it. So commander, we got Nikolay Kuznetsov with inspirations of Norman Scott and Isoroku Yamamoto. So we have a range, accuracy, and AP penetration build. So we're doing all AP because this is an AP only build, because that's the only thing this ship has on it. So we're going to enhance it to the max. Skills, we got beyond range, intuitive, punch through, fixated, and refill station, with modifications of aiming systems mod 1, steering gears mod 2, concealment system mod 1, and main battery mod 3. So we're doing more accuracy, more steering, more concealment, and more main battery reload. So we're doing all that, as you see, with the build for the commander and for the modifications. We're making it all work together because that's how it's going to work for our best intent on this game. So stats wise, we got a survivability of 53 out of 100. So we got 40,700 HP, 13 to 175 millimeters of armor. Artillery is a 43 out of 100. We got 4x3 152 millimeter guns, which are 6-inch guns. So technically, these are not 8-inch guns, but these 6-inch guns hit pretty hard, and the reload of them is really nice. So they really can do quite the damage with what they are as is. So be forewarned about that, because this ship can really hit you good if you aren't paying attention. So we got a 18.5 kilometer firing range, 5.5 second reload time, a 29.4 second 180 degree turn time. The main guns, 34 to 65 max AP shell damage. Secondaries, we have 6x2 100 millimeter guns, 5.2 kilometer firing range, 4 second reload time, 14,000 max AP shell damage. Or no, not 14,000, 1,400, excuse me. 6% fire setting chance. And then for the torpedoes, we got 17 out of 100. So 2x5, 533 millimeter torpedoes, 131 second reload time for the torps, 6 second 180 degree turn time for the racks for the torpedoes, and then 14,400 max damage for the torpedoes, which is pretty solid for the cruiser. 1.3 kilometer torp detectability is kind of meh. I mean, it could definitely be better, but personally I don't think it's that critical to upgrade that part of the build. Like putting an AL Otago on here doesn't really make a lot of sense, so it's not really worth that inspiration. At least personally, that's what I'm thinking. And but doesn't mean you can't. So it just depends how you reason it out and how you build it around the advantages and all that for the ship. Anyways, we have a 6 kilometer torp range and 65 knot max speed for the torps, so they're pretty solid. They're pretty good range. They're definitely further than the 4 kilometer torp range for most of these Russian cruisers. I think towards the tier 7 and 8 and all of that, once you get towards the top, like Donskoy and such, and I think Ochkov and all those other ones, you get up to 8 kilometers, so it definitely increases. I think Chapiev is 4 kilometer torps with basically the same speed, but that's just to give you an idea that there are ones that do not go as far compared to this one, so that's good to know. AA defense, we got a 79 out of 100, so it's got really good AA. We got 18x2 37 millimeter guns, 147 average damage per second, 3.5 kilometer firing range, 6x2 100 millimeter guns, 47 average damage per second, 5 kilometer firing range. Maneuverability, you got a 67 out of 100, so you got a 33 knot max speed. Then we got a 760 meter turning circle radius, a 5.2 second rudder shift time, and a concealment of 58 out of 100. So we got 12 kilometer detectability by sea, 18 kilometer when firing main guns. So that's the range of the main guns. So that's something to note, is if you're looking at your main range for your main guns, that's going to be your detectability after you fire your main guns. It shows it up in the top left corner for your eyeball, right by the mini map, so that gives you an idea of what it will be based off of if you're on fire, if you're firing your main guns, if you're, what's your detectability by sea, by air. Look at all those numbers. They're really critical. They'll tell you exactly why you're being spotted and why you're not, and it'll give you a good indicator as to, like, okay, I got a 2 kilometer guaranteed right now, or I have a 7 right now because I'm firing in smoke. So you got a 11 kilometer detectability when ship is on fire, 7 kilometer detectability by air, 2 kilometer guaranteed range. So if you're within 2, you're going to be spotted regardless. It doesn't matter. 7.3 kilometer detectability while firing in smoke, which I'm doing currently. Every time I'm firing, it's going to give me up to a 7.3, which it updates. See, it goes from 2 to 7.3, back to 2 to whatever it is next. So if I fire now, it's going to be up to 18.5. So just a good example of how that works. There's a lot of people get confused with that, or they think, ships aren't being spotted for a reason. Obviously, that is, there's a reason behind that. It's based on their detectability and who's spotting and who's not, and what the detectability of the ship is and all that good stuff. So we are going to keep harassing the Connecticut and the other cruiser out here. I'm going to back up because I am getting too aggressive here, and we need to back up and get out of this engagement as quick as possible. So this is a really good game as to how I play the Pozharsky, and I thought it was a great game as to get an idea as to how to best play it. And I always like to look at my games specifically and try to see what can I take out of it, and if it's a good role model for for you guys as a community to understand how to play these ships better and more strategically, and to get a better idea as to apply what I'm teaching you guys, or apply it into a different game and then do even better than what you currently are doing. Or you might learn something different and be like, oh, well, I'll do it this way instead, dark, and that's how you're learning with all this stuff. So it's very critical to keep that in mind while you're doing all this stuff. So Connecticut is going to push. We are going to keep firing AP towards his superstructure, trying to get more of his damage off. We have a pretty good engagement coming up here. You're going to see this. So I'm not going to spoil it at all, but you will see it pretty soon. You got torps right there, so I'm going to back up. We got smoke in this thing. So we got heels, we got a smoke, we got a sonar. And yeah, so smoke isn't too long. I think it's like 50 seconds to a minute or something like that. It says on the top left with that arrow right there, so you can rewind the video a little bit back and you'll see that if you're curious. Torps go 6 kilometers, 65 knots, so that's pretty good. It's good defensive mechanism. The sonar, actually I don't remember what the sonar is. I don't think it's German. I think it's probably like 4.3 or 4.5 kilometer sonar. If anyone in the chat wants to put down what the sonar is for the Pozharsky, greatly appreciate that. That'd be a good thing to comment about. Otherwise, I'll put it in chat from what I find after I put this video up. But either or is good. So we're going to shoot at this ARP Nachi. He is going to try to push us, but we are just getting citadels left and right on that guy. I wanted to get that guy out of here because I did not want to deal with him and the Connecticut at the same time, but I did. So I dealt with the cruiser first, citadeled him because he wasn't paying attention to what he was going against and was exposing too much broadside. And I'm coming up to this Connecticut, getting my torps off. Like, I gotta get my torps off right now. We gotta get them out of here. So two kills right there. So we get 7 citadels. We get 2 kills, some secondary hits. I think it was like 4 or 5 torps and some floods, and we're sitting really well for the team. Also, we had one of my fellow buddies, Boats and Woes from the Payne fleet. So, fellow buddy of mine, so it was good playing with him in this game. He's a really good player as well. But he didn't quite manage to survive this far into the game. But I'm taking it from here and said, we're gonna get this win. So that's just how it's gonna go. Sometimes your teammates don't make it out, and you got to get those cap points, and you got to really understand how you're gonna win it. So I'm gonna back up here. I got torps on him. I thought he was gonna kill him there, but nope. He doesn't, so I'm just going to keep getting more damage off this Flandre. And I get a little nervous because of the Flander trying to shoot at me potentially, so I'm just going to keep backing up and shooting him towards the superstructure. He is going to shoot me towards the back right here. I'm going to move up a little bit. See, he only takes 1,000 off of me right there. So we're almost done with the game, but if you like the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're getting real close to 1,600 subscribers, so if we could hit that by maybe the end of the month or sooner, that would be great. That's the next goal. And not too long ago, we just did a 1,500 subscriber celebration stream, so I really appreciate everyone's support, and keep at it. And yeah, really appreciate it, everyone. And we're just about done with the game. I'm gonna end up with almost 170,000, looks like. So yeah, really good game. Really appreciate everyone tuning in for the video for the Pozharsky. So yeah, really, really good game. And we end up with 169,000 damage with over 3K XP, almost 3,100 XP. And yeah, this is Dark Architect 18. I'm out. Hope everyone has a good day. And thanks for tuning in to the video. And we'll see you in the next YouTube video. Peace.